Hello, my lovelies. Elsie here to do your reading. It is a sneak peek for this week, my friends. I usually do this reading on a Monday. I've been doing it on Tuesday lately because I've been taking Monday off, trying to take a little bit of a long weekend here and there. The summers are very short here in the middle of Canada, so I'm enjoying as much as I can. I hope you are too. So welcome here. I hope you didn't let Monday push you around, push you down, be mean to you. We are going to do a reading from Aries to Pisces. I'm going to read for every sign, spend a few minutes on every sign. Now, even though this is coming out on a Tuesday, it is still a sneak peek for the week. It is for the next 7 days, so take it as it resonates for you. I'm going to read from Aries to Pisces. I've marked everything down below in the description, so you can just scroll this video and find out what you need for in terms of signs. So if you don't know your moon and your rising, I suggest that you do that. Please stop watching tarot just for your sun sign. You don't know what kind of Taurus, what kind of Aquarius, what kind of Aries you are. If you don't know your moon and your rising, because there are millions of people with your sun sign, and that is just your personality. But the moon sign and the rising sign is what makes you unique from all of the other Aries or Taurus or Aquarius, right? So please go find a natal chart. It's free anywhere on the internet. If you don't know your exact date of birth, exact time of birth, you can just use AM or PM if you know if you were born in the AM or the PM. If you are interested in a private read, please look below. I do pin a comment to every one of my videos. I pin a comment at the top of the comments that gives you all the information you need to book a reading with me if that's what you're interested in doing with your time and your money. Thank you so much for the ride or dies who are always here. And if you are brand new, welcome. I hope you'll hit that subscription button and hang out with us for a while. See if you like it here. Here we go. Let's find out what's going on. Hit that bell button because my regular schedule won't be scheduled. I'm going to be uploading on different days than my usual scheduled days. All right, here we go. Let's find out about Aries, what's coming up for the next 7 days. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Aries. Lead us in Aries. Tell me about Aries, please. What's going on with Aries this week, the next 7 days? Aries, what's this? Looks like you're deeply either in thought or dreaming about love, or possibly you are already face-to-face with the one that you love. Tell me about the Two of Cups, please. Tell me about the Two of Cups. Twos are always choices. This would be someone that you choose, right? We do have the Four of Pentacles. Feels like somebody here is maybe not necessarily speaking to the one that they would rather be face-to-face with here. The Four of Pentacles is about holding back or being shut off, shut down, miserly, not really sharing your time, your money, or your energy here. You may have, Aries, moved on from this person or moved on to someone different, I want to say. But I don't feel that the Two of Cups is the same person that you might be with right now. And it could definitely be that you are with this person, but it does feel like with the Four of Pentacles that you're being miserly with the time that you give this person. So it's unlikely to be a relationship that you're in right now. It feels like this is someone outside of you, Aries. We do have the Two of Pentacles. I feel like you moved on from this connection or from somebody that you would have chosen possibly to be in your life in this specific capacity. It feels like you had to make a choice, possibly a choice between two. We have Two Pentacles and Two Cups, right? So I feel like you needed to make a choice in the Pentacle world about who you were going to take on the next leg of the race. I'm going to say the Six of Swords is here. And so it tells me that you decided to take what you've learned from whatever happened here because you're not speaking to this person, and that you've moved on already to a new situation. You chose someone else, I feel. Tell me about the Two of Cups. What do we need to know about the Two of Cups? We do have more twos. Look at this. It feels like you are on the precipice of making another decision. Look, it feels like this is already done. I want to say that you've already chosen someone else. You've already moved off into the future. You're not interested in whatever was going on here, that you cut someone off or shut someone down, or you're not being vulnerable, not speaking with them. But I feel like you find yourself at the crossroads here, at the precipice of change, wondering if there is another path that you should have taken, possibly, that you might want to explore. And so I'm wondering if you made a good choice. Maybe you are thinking, wondering whether you made a good choice or not. We do have the World card here. And then we have the Eight of Pentacles. Before you go on another path, there is something that you need to shut down, close off. I feel like you're having some sort of a major change in your life that's coming up here this week. Somebody here is on the precipice here at the Two of Wands, ready to decide to take a different path than they were on. So it feels like with the World card here that you're closing some sort of a door that it took you forever to close. This is all the fixed signs. Fixed signs are very stubborn. They're kind of moving slow. They don't like to make decisions quickly. They are very planned and strategic and practical about what they do. The World card tells me that there is some sort of a major ending that's coming up here, and it's a major ending of reciprocity. So it feels like you may have chosen somebody else, but the fact that the Two of Cups is coming up here tells me you're kind of questioning your choice. And it tells me that here, this Two of Wands, as it shows up, tells me that you are ready for an adventure. I think you've already decided to go. It's just that you must close the door before you give Two of Cups reciprocity to someone else. It feels like there needs to be, there's something that you're in the throes of right now, and if it's not right now, it's going to be sometime this week. I feel like you're having some sort of a major change. It could be, look, the major change could be anything. It could be the closing of a door on a relationship. It could also be selling a home that you grew up in, possibly, or a place where you had your family. Like, it could be that chapter that's closing. It could also be a job, because we do have Pentacles here. We have the Six of Pentacles and the Two of Pentacles, which is the Eight Pentacles. And to me, that can be the workplace as well. So for some of you, you might be, and if you're the person who's decided you're going to leave a job, I think you know that you are already. I'm not telling you anything new. I'm just kind of confirming that I feel like this is probably the week where you make the decision to close the door. Now, the World card shows up. It tells me that something's ending, so something else must begin. I feel like what's going to begin, it does feel relationship related for some of you. It feels like somebody here made a wrong choice, or has decided that I feel like you chose based on what you saw in the 3D, is what I want to say. And there still is someone here that you have feelings for in the dream state, in the 5D possibly. We have the Knight of Swords. I feel like you want to express your feelings to someone here. The Knight of Swords is carrying the Ace of Swords, which is truth and honesty, transparency. It's also Gemini energy. It feels like somebody wants to talk. Gemini is the chitter-chattery one, right? They're always a good one to have in a social gathering, because they're always going to get everybody talking to each other. The Knight of Swords, though, is kind of aggressive energy, and it moves in quickly. The Knight of Swords is wanting to get to the post before anyone else, before the Knight of Wands, before the Knight of Pentacles, before the Knight of Cups. This person feels like they need to hurry themselves along to open up conversation with whoever is this Two of Cups energy here. Your Two of Cups energy could be someone who is Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo. They could be someone who is Sagittarius or Gemini, possibly. Yeah. So we do have the star energy here. I really do feel, Aries, that you are closing down some sort of a major chapter of your life. And for some of you, it could be a major chapter of being single. Maybe you are going forward to get into a relationship. But if I'm being honest, I feel like what I see down here is that I feel like this is a person that it feels like there's unfinished business here, or something is still outstanding, or the Knight of Swords wouldn't be right here wanting to talk about it. It feels like you're waiting for sort of an okay from the universe. You want to wake up one day and say, today's the day, or you're waiting for a shift of energy. It feels like you will feel very much in balance. I want to say that's your signal. If this is you I'm talking about, and you feel like you've decided, you made a decision to go forward, maybe in a relationship or a job that you're not happy with, I feel like you're waiting for Temperance to show up to tell you it's the moment of alchemy, because I feel like there is a star, somebody who I feel that you have access to, either watching them online, in the neighborhood, at the workplace, and I don't think it's a nefarious thing. I feel like you have access to somebody here, and I feel like they are the star. They are someone who outshines everybody else. And I think you want to talk to this person. They could be an Aquarius, could be a Sagittarius possibly. But I think that you want to talk to this person about your feelings and express your feelings here. We do have the Three of Pentacles. This is someone you've never dated before, I feel. This is someone who you don't have any romantic links to. This is someone that you have been hiding your feelings about. This is the miserly one, right? The one who's not vulnerable, not sharing, the Two of Cups. So I feel like the Three of Pentacles is telling me that this is somebody who you know, who you're associated with, someone who you know from the community, someone who maybe you've worked with, somebody who is maybe a friend of a friend. It feels like you know this person through the Pentacle world, seeing them, spending time with them. But I feel like it's in a group effort. Like, I don't think you've ever been one-on-one with this person. I don't think you've ever dated this person. I feel like you think that you made a wrong decision, whether it's a job or whether it's a relationship, that you're in a place that you don't want to be. And I feel like you are deciding to do something different this week. And it feels like you're wanting to do it in secret, I'm going to say, because of the Six of Swords. It feels like you're going under cloak of night. And I don't mean that you'll do it at night. I mean it, if you're going to communicate with this person, you're going to do it under the radar. I don't think you want anybody to know about it. Tell me what is the outcome here. Tell me what else Aries needs to know, please. We have the Nine of Pentacles, we have the Eight of Swords, and we have the Lovers. So I feel like after much ado here, after being stuck in your head, thinking about things and being very obsessive about this Two of Wands, I feel like you're kind of stuck at the Two of Wands right now, at a place where you can go this way, you can go that way. I feel like you've tried one path and now you want to try the other. Look, no path is better than the other. They just all have different lessons for us to learn, right? And we just have to make a decision to do what we're going to do. So the Eight of Swords tells me that you have been up in your head about some sort of soulmate or deep soul connection here with the Lovers, that this is somebody that you would choose as a lover. I don't think you chose this person. I feel this person chose you and you went along with it. But I feel like you want to keep it under the radar. I think that you are confident that this person is a deep soul connection for you because you can't stop thinking about them. You're stuck in your head. But I feel like you're at the precipice now of closing a door. You're thinking about closing a door and giving reciprocity to someone else. I feel like if this doesn't happen in the next 7 days, I feel like this is something you're thinking about, and it might happen. We have a blue moon coming up on the 19th of a full moon, a blue moon coming up on the 19th of August, and it's going to usher in a lot of change. So maybe it's going to go off not this week, but the week after. Page of Cups, you are reaching out. You are reaching out, or some good news. It is. It is. We're going to talk about things of the heart. I feel like you have affection for this person from the Two of Cups. I feel like you've gained a lot of wisdom about whether or not you should reach out to this person. I think that you will. I think that you're currently watching them online or in the neighborhood, as I said, and I feel like you need to feel inspired in order to move forward, but we do have the Six of Cups. Indicates that you really do know this person. You've known them for a really long time, but I don't feel like it's been any dating. You've never dated this person. You've never really, maybe you've thought about them because I feel like you have emotional and romantic feelings about them. But I feel like you've never really expressed that. I feel like you are thinking about doing that this week, or you might do that this week for some of you. All right. Got Aquarius energy, Sagittarius and Gemini. We've got Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo. We've got Capricorn energy and some Gemini. All right. Tell me what's coming up for the Bull Gang. Tell me about Taurus. How are you, Taurus? Thanks so much for clicking here. Taurus, if you're interested in a private read, please look at the pinned comment below this video. It's right above all the comments there. If you're interested in booking a reading with me, please do that. I am on a 7 to 10 day turnaround time currently. Thank you so much for all of those of you who have booked. Taurus, let's find out what's going on for you in the next 7 days. Sneak peek for this week. This one just threw itself at me. I've got the Four of Pentacles, Taurus. Why is that? You have been, I want to say you've been keeping under the radar, Taurus. You're under the radar here. It feels like you are not really speaking to people. It's not that you don't want to, Taurus, but I feel like you are keeping to yourself. I feel like it's this pentacle in the center. I feel like you're trying to save your heart. I feel like you're being practical with your time, practical with your money. So maybe you're just not going out with people and spending money. I feel like you're spending a lot of time alone. Tell me about the Four of Pentacles. We have the Five of Swords. I don't think it feels good, though. I don't think it feels good that you're alone. I feel like it was your choice, but I feel like it's been an extended period of time that you've been shut off and shut down, maybe not sharing with people here. Because I think you're over the bullshit. I just want to say with the Five of Swords here, I feel like you're protecting your heart. You're not dealing with people who are just here to add conflict or disagreement to your life. I feel like you're done with egos, because I feel like you are somebody who's gone through enough. Like I want to say you've been through enough, and so you're not about the fights. You're just going to keep to yourself. If people are going to be projecting on you, blaming on you, I feel like you're just going to keep to yourself. We do have the Nine of Pentacles, and I feel like you're really confident with it, though. Like I feel like if you had a choice, and I feel like you do, that you would choose to move forward, maybe go out with people, see people, get a little more social. But I feel like it feels like somehow it always ends up in some sort of, maybe it's not you, who's not people who are arguing with you, but people around you in general, right? Society can be a pretty ugly place lately. People are angry, right? A lot of people are angry. And so I feel like you're just trying to keep to yourself. We've got the Nine of Wands in the reverse. You do want to come out, though. Come out from behind the fear wall. I feel like you are somebody who's very engaged in your own business. So it could be that you have a business that you're making money from, or engaged in your own business, like minding your business. You know what I mean? You think you're just minding your business, really. It feels like that you're ready maybe to come out from behind the fear wall here. I feel like the Four of Pentacles is telling me that you're being practical with your time, that you're very focused on your business, or maybe you're putting in a lot of overtime at work, that you're really working hard to stack some pentacles here. Yeah. But I think that, this Nine of Pentacles is looking over at the Nine of Wands. We're at the nines, right? It feels like you kind of just want to get on with it, right? You want to end the cycle so something new can happen here. And I feel with the Nine of Pentacles, it's like you're confident in what you're doing. Things are going really well for you where you are. And in your workplace, in your pentacle world, your money, your house, your home, your business, or the place that you work. And I feel like the person on the Nine of Pentacles is looking over at the Nine of Wands in the reverse saying, but I just need to be more open. I need to come out from behind the fear wall. And people around me are going to maybe be in a bad mood or argue with each other, but I don't need to get involved. I feel like it's time for you to get out just a little more, Taurus, here. I think I told you that in the last reading I did for you. Got the Ace of Swords. It almost feels like you have some sort of an aha moment while you're in this energy of the Four of Pentacles, where you're not really sharing anything about yourself with anyone else. We've got the Ace of Swords here. It feels like you could use some company or some conversation. I also feel like I really see the value in spending time by yourself, away from your phone, away from the TV, journaling, reading, learning about the self, growing. I really do find the value in that. And so could be this Ace of Swords, could be clarity that you're getting about yourself or why you've been in this Four of Pentacles for so long. We do have the Ten of Pentacles. And we do have the King of Cups. I really do feel like you want to meet somebody, Taurus. That's what it feels like here. I feel like you really want to meet somebody, that you're kind of coming to a place where maybe you feel like you should open yourself up to a long-term relationship. I feel like you've got everything that you need in your pentacle world. When I see the Nine of Pentacles, it's pre-Empress energy, feminine or masculine. And the Nine of Pentacles, to me, is somebody who's got everything that they need in the pentacle world, but they don't necessarily have love. And so I feel like you're getting used to the idea of maybe opening up to that. We do have the Ace of Swords. I think you're going to be really logical about it. I don't think it's going to be all emotions for you. You're being very logical. I think you have a criteria, right? You have a criteria, and you're not just dating that one, dating this one, because you're desperate to have a +1 in your life. You're waiting for the right one. And I feel like the King of Cups, of all the kings, is kind of the right one, other than the King of Pentacles, right? The King of Cups is this one, is the one who is, also quite healed. This person is somebody who is very stoic, and they'll keep most of their feelings underneath, but they're really good in a storm, right? They're really good in a place that's really chaotic or rocky. They can keep everybody solid and grounded. This person here doesn't really show all of their feelings on the surface right away, but this person is somebody who is quite a depth of love, and they are emotionally available. They're ready to meet somebody as well. So there could be, for some of you, someone who is a Scorpio that's in the future, possibly a Cancer or a Pisces maybe. We do have the Lovers. We do have the Wheel of Fortune and the Six of Swords. Look, the next one that you meet is going to be the one. That's what it feels like. And so I see why you're waiting. I see why you're shut off. I see why you're taking time to build your pentacle life, build your confidence. You know, you're slowly, Taurus, moving towards this energy of maybe I do need to tighten my boundaries, have my, you know, I feel like you need to kind of write down the things that you want out of a relationship, and you need to make sure that you are also all of those things, because you cannot attract what you are not. So if you're looking at someone who looks like a model and is rich, you better look like a model and be rich. You know what I mean? So you need to sort of reel it in a little bit, figure out what it is that you want, and be all those things. And I feel like you're really working hard on yourself. So I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility that you maybe are someone who is very, very well liked, or you're someone who looks really good on the outside, takes care of the inside, takes care of their pentacle world. I think that's what you're waiting for and expecting. And I feel like it's going to show up. The King of Cups might be the lover, might be the one who is destined for you, right? The Lovers, this is a major arcana card, and it's coming at you. Whether you reject it or not is completely and totally up to you, and some of you might, but we do have the Wheel of Fortune. Everything is about to change, and you're about to move on with the King of Cups, I feel. So for those of you who feel like you maybe been stuck to the past or thinking about going back to someone from the past, I feel like if you go there, I mean, if you want to, that's fine, but I feel like there's some really beautiful things coming up. The Wheel of Fortune tells me your life is about to expand, and you're about to move on with, I feel like this period of time here is something where you've really learned a lot of things. I want to say learned about money, learned about stability, possibly. Maybe it got your confidence up. Maybe your business is floating now, or you've been, maybe you've got a promotion, or you're moving up the ranks in the corporate world. I feel like things are going really, really well for you here, Taurus. And so I feel like you're ready to move on and begin something new here. I think the Page of Pentacles tells me that it's already in order, I want to say. All you need to do is put the energy in. And that means going out, being with friends, being social, getting out there and seeing people, right? Because it's unlikely that somebody's going to break in to date you. And if they do, you probably don't want to date them anyway, right? Tell me what the outcome is for Taurus. We have the Six of Pentacles, we have the Hierophant, and we have the Six of Wands. I really do feel like you want to give to a commitment here, but it feels like you have criteria again. And I feel like part of your criteria is you need to have your eyes on me. I need to be the most important person. I need to be the one who you're elevating in this life, and I will elevate you. I feel like you want victory, but there are conditions to the victory, and I don't blame you. We do have the Hierophant energy. Look, the Hierophant energy is a very serious energy. I'm on this path. I'm going to stay on this path. I'm very loyal. I'm someone who has a lot of knowledge, the higher self, spiritual teacher, right? Like I feel like you have really done your part in working on you. Six of Pentacles tells me that you're ready to give reciprocity to someone who is the same, someone who is interested in a commitment as well. And I feel like you've been waiting a really long time for that. Although I feel like your wait might just about be over, because look at that. We've got the Page of Swords, and we have the Ten of Wands. So you're about to drop some burdens here about something that's been taking too long, and the person who's been watching you is about to come forward. They are making a decision at this moment to decide to come forward here. Somebody who you haven't spoken with in a long while, Taurus. I feel like they're off in the distance, that this is something unexpected, that you won't expect it to be this person. We have the Seven of Cups, and I feel like you might be dreaming about them, possibly dreaming about a commitment, dreaming about being married, whatever the beautiful things are that you go to sleep thinking about, and you should be meditating yourself to sleep. And so I feel like all of these things that you're dreaming about are leading towards somebody who you are going to meet here. So we do have Leo energy here. We have Sagittarius energy. We have Gemini, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, Taurus, and yeah, some fire energy here too. Aries, Sagittarius, and Leo. All right. Tell me about Gemini. How are you, beautiful Gemini? I hope you're well. Thank you for clicking here. Let's find out what's coming up for you. Sneak peek for this week. It is for the next 7 days, Gemini. Let's find out what's going on in the next 7 days for Gemini. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Keep in mind that this is a general reading. Gemini, if you're interested in a private read, please look below this video. I have pinned a comment to the top of all the comments. And everything you need is there. Tell me what's coming up for Gemini this week, please. We have the Five of Wands. It's going to be a tough week, I think. It's going to be a week of, how can I say? It feels like you're going to be, how can I say, dodging. What is it? Okay, I'll tell you what I'm seeing. Charlie is showing me, in my mind's eye, showing me Muhammad Ali in the boxing ring, bobbing and weaving. So I feel like, it feels like that's what this feels like here. It feels like there is something coming up here that I feel you're going to have to be light on your feet about. It feels like it's maybe competitive. It could be competition, but it does feel like it's almost somebody coming at you, taking swings. They could be verbal swings, right? Energetic swings, right? It could be from a distance. Take it as it resonates for you here. We do have the Eight of Swords. We have the Page of Wands. We do have the Seven of Wands. I want to say, Gemini, this is a week that you stand up for yourself. I feel like you've got something to say. I feel like you will say it. It feels like you've been holding back or holding your tongue, not saying anything, feeling like you can't. But I feel like you've been thinking obsessively about what to say and how to say it. And it might come to a place of verbal jousting, I want to say. It might come to a place of verbal jousting here. Because the Page of Wands, I feel, is the messenger, right? I think you have a message to deliver. And the Eight of Wands here tells me that things are about to pick up, like messages going back really fast, or a fiery conversation, right? And it feels like it's sort of once you release yourself, once you take off the blindfold and decide that your hands are no longer tied, I feel like it's going to be time to speak about something here, because I feel like you're about to stand up for yourself, and that's what might lead to this joust here. That's what it feels like. If you don't know what the joust is, back in the medieval days, when they would put two people on horses and give them really long pointed things, and then they would go at each other, and one would try and knock the other one off the horse, or sometimes they would kill them. So it's like a verbal joust, I want to say. Some sort of a verbal joust here. We do have the Judgment card. So a decision is made here. And I think it's the decision that you're making that is putting you in this place of arguments or fights, whether they're within yourself or with someone else. It could be with someone else. The Queen of Pentacles is here. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy, Judgment, Virgo, and Pisces for me. And then we have the Hermit energy, which is also Virgo energy. So I want to say that the reason that you've been in this Eight of Swords here, Gemini, is because you're really trying to be very practical with the way that you approach this. Because you know that it has the ability to go off the rails, right? The Five of Wands is here. You know that it has the ability to really get into a place where you're going to have to defend yourself, your ideas, your actions. You're going to have to defend yourself here. And I feel like you've been in this Hermit energy here, trying to go over details, be very practical, make sure that you have not only, money in the bank, but that things are in place in terms of work, in terms of your job, in terms of your business. And it feels like you're being called to make some sort of really big decision that's going to change a lot of things. And that makes, it feels like you're about to change your abundance here. And so the abundance is the place that you live, the car that you drive, the relationship that you're in, the place where you work. Something is about to change. You're being asked or called by the universe to make some sort of a really big decision. And so you can see that the Hermit is holding the healing light out to the Queen of Pentacles. So possibly for someone here, you're making a decision to heal your finances. But it does feel like it is wisdom that you're gaining. It's detailed, practical. How do I move? How do I move forward here? We've got the Nine of Pentacles, we've got the Tower, and we've got the Devil energy. So I want to say that with the Devil energy here, it does lend a little bit of harshness to the Tower, I'm going to say. It also, I feel like what's happening here is the breakup of a codependency. So whether that's codependency you had on a job that you really hated, but you stayed there because they paid you money, or if it's a relationship, I feel like you're coming out of it looking good financially, but also single. So this could be business related, could be a job we're talking about, or it could be a relationship. But I feel like the Tower is a realization that you can build it on your own. You can do it on your own. You don't need anyone else to help you, which means that if you're leaving your place of work, I feel like you're leaving your place of work to start a business. Or if you're leaving the relationship, you're not going to another relationship. You're just like, I want to be single for a while. So the Devil energy here is telling me that it's lending this energy of, it's almost a little bit terrifying. Like, I want to say this Tower is a little bit scary for you, because it's going to put you in a position where you have no net, where you might have a financial net, but I feel like emotionally, whatever's going on in your life, that you don't have a net. I want to say that you don't really have a solid plan. Maybe you have a pentacle plan, a money plan, but you don't really have a solid plan about what's going on here. I feel like the Tower is here to break you away from some sort of codependency, whether it's a relationship or a job that you feel like you're stuck to, that you really hated. And I feel like it happens in a moment's notice. So you might go out of that job in a blaze of glory, right? And I'm not talking about guns. I'm talking about verbal. And that's maybe what the verbal joust might be. You might just go boom, boom, boom and get the hell out of there. Tell me about Gemini. That wouldn't be like you, Gemini, would it? All right. We've got the 9 of Swords. We've got the Magician, and we have the 7 of Swords. Yeah, you don't trust the situation. I feel like with this Magician energy that you see through it for what it is. And I feel like the reason that you've held your tongue or kept it this long is because you were worried about the outcome. But I feel like it's come to a place, we get to a place where moving forward or going somewhere that's foreign, like a place we've never been before, a path we've never been on before, seems to be more comfortable than staying in the place where we are, because the place where we are is so uncomfortable. And I feel like the Tower being here tells me the universe makes it so uncomfortable for you to stay in this situation that the only relief you have is to cut the ties and go. So I feel like the Magician, that people don't realize the power you have, Gemini. They don't realize that Gemini is a powerful force, that you have the Magician energy here. And regardless of whether or not you feel stuck in this cycle, I feel that your Magician energy is getting you out of that cycle. That you're not telling anybody, the 7 of Swords looking over at the 5 of Wands, you're not telling anybody that you feel like you're in a place where you're stuck, right? That you're trying to get away from this verbal jousting. You're not telling anybody that this is going on here, but I feel like it's bound to come to the surface. Yeah, I don't know that you'll make that decision this week. You feel a little bit stuck in your energy here, but we do have the 6 of Pentacles. You're just going to play it off like nothing's wrong until you finally make a decision. After getting this wisdom, you're just going to make a decision. When the Tower drops, when the Tower shows up, when the shift comes, I feel like that's when everything is going to come out, when you're going to be honest about exactly how you feel. But look, you manifested the Tower because you've been asking the universe for change, or I need more money, or I need something else to happen, or I need, to get out of this relationship. You've caused the Tower because you were in some sort of a codependency that I feel you're not comfortable in any longer. All right. Got Capricorn and Scorpio here. We've got Virgo, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Virgo, and Pisces. And we've got some Wands here, which is Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. All right. Cancer. Tell me what is up for Cancer, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Cancer, if you're interested in a private read, please look below this video. There is a comment pinned there if you're interested in a private read. Tell me about Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter, please. Tell me about Cancer. It's coming up in the next 7 days. Sneak peek for this week for Cancer. We do have the 10 of Swords, Cancer. I feel like you're letting some sort of cycle come to an end here. The thing is that the 10 of Swords is a hard place to be. It is. You feel betrayed. You feel like somebody stuck a knife in your back. It feels like the 10 of Swords here is telling me that something is over, and at least now you can release it, right? You don't have to struggle with it in the Nine of Swords. You can release it now. Tell me what else is going on here. We have the Justice card. Something is really over. I want to say that the thing that is over, it could be a legal thing. Finally, you've got the divorce. Finally, you've got this legal battle is over. But it feels like it's personal, I want to say, because of the 10 swords. The justice that you're getting here, the truth has come out and it's personal. And I feel like it's over. It's finally over here. Tell me more. We have the Star. It's time to heal now. Got the Hanged Man. So I feel like what you're going to do is you're going to go within here, Cancer. I feel like it's that you were just waiting for the ending of this because it's been a very painful cycle for you that you're coming out of. But I feel like now that it's finally over, I feel like you can finally begin to heal again. The Star is here giving you the healing energy. The Star is card number 17. The Tower is number 16. I feel like you've already passed through the Tower and it's finally over. Whatever the situation was that was keeping you up at night, it was, intruding in your thoughts. I feel like it's finally over. It's come to justice here. Everything's come into balance and the truth has come out. And so I feel now it's time for you to heal. So the Hanged Man energy tells me that you are, I feel like you're reviewing it. I want to say whatever happened leading up to the 10 swords, I want to say that you're trying to get a different perspective on it. Your intuition is telling you that it's time to maybe understand it, get some stability around it, and recognize your pattern so you don't have to go through that pain again. Recognize that whatever went down was because of a pattern unnoticed. Notice the pattern so you don't have to go through the 10 swords again. We have the 4 of Cups. There's someone who's keeping you at arm's length or at a distance here. And it could be relationship related. It doesn't have to be. 4 of Cups is here. It almost feels like rejection. And I want to say that after the rejection, we shut off and shut down. That became miserly with your time and your energy. Like it feels like you're really not being very vulnerable with anyone. Yeah, you've been shoved to the outside looking in. I want to say you're on a new path. This new path is opening for you in the 3D here, and it's a gift, I want to say, that the universe is giving you the gift of another doorway. And it doesn't mean that there isn't going to be obstacles outside the doorway, right? We do see obstacles, or maybe it's an achievement, but it feels like an obstacle. It's like there's nothing that you can do that you're not going to get lessons in. I know we get tired of the lessons, but there's no other reason that we're here. When we decide to stop learning, we start to decline in our health, decline in our mental health, and there's no other reason to be here than if we decide to stop learning, then we start to decline, and that's just the way it goes. But the 4 of Pentacles tells me you're shut off, shut down. The extra pentacle tells me that you are feeling like you're being shut out or you're on the outside looking in here. But I want to say that there is a new path here. But I feel like you're in healing mode right now. It almost feels like you're in a little bit of shock that it's finally over, because it feels like it's a battle that you've been fighting for a long time. And you finally allowed it to end. Like I feel like you finally just stepped back and said, you know what, I just don't want to even go through this anymore. We have the 8 of Swords. I feel like it was keeping you stuck in your mind here. This does feel like it is a situation that has to do with somebody that you've known for a really long time. And I feel like you finally just got to the helm of the ship and said, I gotta go. I feel like the Magician is telling me that you manifested the ending here. I feel like you were holding on to this situation because this person in the 6 of Cups is someone that means something to you. So someone you've either created a lot of nostalgia with in this life, or someone who's been following you around for lifetimes. Could be a friend, a best friend, a sister, brother, mother, father. Could be a member of your family. Could be a love relationship. Take it as it resonates for you. But the Magician is telling me that you finally manifested something new. And I feel like something new is about to show up, but I do feel that the healing takes place first. I feel like you're going to be in this Hanged Man energy for a while. It's almost like you're in shock that it's over, and it's like you're reviewing it, right? We've got the 8 of Swords and the Hanged Man. It's like you're obsessively reviewing it. What was said, what was done, how did I get to here? And that's good, because we all should recognize our patterns so we don't jump out of the 10 of Swords back into another cycle that doesn't work for us again, because we didn't recognize that we were the cause of the pattern. We do have the World card. So something definitely is over. So you've had a shift in your life. I feel like that this week is almost a week where you will lay low, not really talk to anybody. I feel like you're okay with that. It feels like you're kind of on review, I want to say. You're reviewing the situation and how it came to be this way, and I never want to go through that again. I feel like the Hanged Man energy is probably your energy for the week. And what's the outcome here, please? We have the Hierophant in the reverse. We have the Four of Wands, and we have the Two of Wands. I don't think you'll ever do that again. To me, Justice and the Hierophant in the reverse is divorce. It feels like here with the Four of Wands that you're thinking like, maybe I'll get to a place where I live with somebody again, but I'm not getting married again. Or it's a non-traditional union that you're looking for now. I don't feel like you have much credence in or really want to get married again if you are somebody I'm speaking to who has been divorced. But the Four of Wands and the Two of Wands tells me that you're ready for some sort of a victory, but it feels like you're really going to plan it differently. You're going to plan it differently, and maybe you'll get to a place where you live with somebody, but I feel like you definitely are not interested in some sort of a commitment that's on paper. I want to say that you're a non-traditional person, and I feel like your next move is going to be, if and when you decide that you've healed enough, is going to be to get into a relationship, maybe with the Queen of Cups, someone who's kind and loving, and I feel like someone who's just like you, right? Cancer, right? This is Cancer energy. Of course, Pisces and Scorpio, because we're in a general reading, but I feel like it's that you're looking for someone who is like you. So call in that person who is like you. If you like who you are, call in that person who is just like you. You do have the Wheel of Fortune here, my friends. So I want to say the toughest cycle for you, Cancer, is over, and you're about to go with the flow. I want to say things are about to flow a little easier for you. There's an Ace of Cups on her lap here, so I feel like an Ace of Cups and an Ace of Pentacles is in your future here. Wheel of Fortune, of course, is everything is changing. Your life is never going to be as it was because everything is changing, but it's changing because of a good reason. It's changing because of expansion. You've learned a lesson and you've past go. You can collect the $200 now. We have the Three of Pentacles in the reverse, and I feel like you're going to spend some time by yourself thinking, first of all, and try and heal your broken heart, because I feel like that's what's weighing heavy on you right now. So I feel like the good news is that you are in this energy of the world here, so something is coming full circle. You have accomplished something or came to a milestone in your life, and now that you've closed the door, and there's going to be a shift onto another cycle here, so whatever's ended, something else will begin, and what's coming here, I feel, is the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles. So I feel like there is something new coming for you here, but I think this week will be spent healing. I feel you'll be doing things for yourself so you can heal. Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, Taurus, Leo, Aquarius, and Scorpio energy. We do have Taurus. We have Virgo, Capricorn energy here, as well as Aquarius and Libra. We do have Sagittarius energy at the bottom of the deck as well. All right. Tell me about Leo. Happy birthday, Leo. Why does it feel like Leo season is so long? I thought it would go by quicker. I guess because I'm used to Leo going go, 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 go. It feels like it is kind of long, right? We are August the 11th or 12th today, one of the two. And still got about another 10 days or so in this energy, right? And I think that Mercury has backed up in your business already here, so you might be thinking about a lot of stuff, having a lot of realizations, right? It's moved from Virgo into Leo. Tell me what's coming up for Leo. Leo, if you're interested in a private read, please look below. Look at the pinned comment. Everything you need is there to get you to where you need to be if you want to book an appointment with me. All right, here we go. Let's find out what's going on. We have the King of Cups. We have the King of Pentacles in the reverse, and we have the Four of Swords in the reverse. One more card. Leo, I think that you're kind of opening your heart a little bit. Just heard Madonna, open your heart to me, baby. You've got the lock, and I've got the lock, and you've got the key. Yeah. I feel like you're wanting to open your heart to some sort of a romantic connection. That's what it feels like here. The Knight of Cups is here. But I think you're not showing anything on the surface. I don't think that this person who you feel romance for, these romantic feelings, has any idea that you have romantic feelings for them. I feel like right now you're very focused on you. That you're focused on you, focused on your pentacle world, sort of taking stock of you, I want to say. Because I feel like you've spent some time in healing or spent some time alone. The Four of Swords, fours are always about stability, and it's stability of the mind. I feel like you were kind of shut off from the people around you, maybe not really socializing, staying home, maybe minding your business. You're, maybe just the only people you talk to, maybe the children, right? But the King of Pentacles in the reverse tells me that you've been really hard at work on your pentacle life. And I feel like it's organization. I want to say practical organization of your money, of your home. Maybe you're cleaning out closets. It feels like you're moving things around, making room for new energy. And I feel like this, some of this new energy might be an energy of maybe you're feeling like you could meet somebody. Maybe you're interested in meeting somebody. Feeling romantic feelings here. You could be somebody who has Scorpio in your chart, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or Jupiter. Also Pisces and Cancer, because we're in a general reading. Yeah, you know what? It feels like somebody broke your heart, or that you've been disappointed about something that didn't work out. It feels like that you've kind of been in your head about something, about feelings that you have. But the reason that you haven't said anything right now is because you've been healing from some sort of disappointment in your life, whether it's another relationship or your job or the children or whatever it is. It feels like there is something else that you're recovering from, I want to say, trying to recover from here. We do have the Ace of Swords, and we have the Moon energy. You've got some clarity now about the Three of Swords. I want to say, you know what went wrong. You know why your heart was broken. You know why you were disappointed. And I feel like you're getting complete, total clarity and realization about what happened back there. And the Moon energy also tells me that maybe you're digging into a little bit of shadow side energy lately. It feels like you're really deeply thinking in the Moon energy. And so that's really deep sort of, this person is under the surface, right? So whatever is under the surface for you, it feels like you're kind of wrestling with yourself. I want to say that you are, I feel like you almost crave it, I'm going to say. You crave to have someone wrap around you, love you, hold you, that kind of thing, but you're almost like keeping it all at arm's length. I don't know if you don't feel like you deserve it, or if it feels like you feel like you're a person who has a lot of things that hide in the dark, possibly. There are things that you don't want to reveal to the Empress. Why is that? We've got the Hanged Man. So you're kind of trying to see the situation from the view of the Empress. If the Empress could be feminine or masculine, Libra and Taurus energy. I feel you have an intuitive connection to the Empress. So if you do have this Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer energy, the Empress also is Cancer because she is the Queen of Cups. And I feel like you have some sort of an energetic connection to this person. One that you feel you need to explore possibly, or get a different perspective on. It feels like you're trying to get clarity. I want to say clarity about about this Empress. It does feel to me like this is the person who you have romantic feelings for, and that you can't. It's almost like you cannot cut a string or a soul tie, I want to say. And so you're trying to look at it from a different perspective here. Seven of Swords, but you're not saying anything. Why are you hiding everything? Tell me what you're healing from. The Four of Swords in the reverse. What have you healed from here? We've got the Chariot. We've got the Three of Wands, and we've got the Six of Pentacles. I feel like you're going from a place of moving too fast, moving like really fast, like let's skip to the good part kind of fast, to a place where you are holding back, waiting. I feel like you've had some sort of a realization possibly in this Hanged Man energy that maybe you need to move slower. You need to go slower. It should start out with reciprocal energy. It should start out with friendship. It should start out with us getting together. You're on my team. I'm on your team. Let's talk about things. Let's get things in balance. I feel like you've realized that the Chariot energy is just going to keep your feelings all under the surface. The Chariot energy, when you move too quickly to the good part, you don't get a chance to explore who this person is. How do you get to know them? You don't know anything about them. You just jump to the good part, which is the fire, right? And it just, fire burns out. So, yeah, as we say that, right, there's a fire, there's a wand that's burning out, and it's going to leave us with 2 wands here. And I feel like you're waiting to catch the wave. I want to say you're waiting for the next opportunity that's coming, but I feel like you're looking at it in a different way. And that tells me that you have healed. Maybe you were moving too fast through relationships. I feel like you really decided that you wanted to look at yourself in the mirror and say, I know that I'm part of the problem, so how do I fix the problem? And I feel like that was the time that you spent in the Four of Swords and the Hanged Man energy. Tell me what the outcome is here for Leo. We do have the 8 of Pentacles, we have the Ace of Pentacles, and we have the 9 of Pentacles. I kind of love that because it really does feel like you're very focused in what's real. Like you're really focused on practicality and moving slowly and really being the subject matter expert on something. It feels like you've learned something, or you continue to learn something and work really hard on it. And I think that that's what you want to do. You're probably working on the self. The 8 of Pentacles is a self-mastery. And then we have the Ace of Pentacles, which is the gift from the universe, saying once you complete the self-mastery, or at least to a point, we never complete the self-mastery. We're always self-mastering, but it feels like it's this, you're going to have this confidence that you need to have this connection with this Empress here. I feel like the Empress you feel is maybe out of your league, possibly, because I don't see an Emperor here. I do see 1 king, or 2 kings, and it feels like you're maybe halfway to the Emperor, and maybe the Empress is somebody that maybe intimidates you a little bit, that you'll have to reach up for this person rather than going backwards and finding someone who is of a lower vibration so you can be of a higher vibration, if that makes any sense. So it feels like this 9 of Pentacles tells me that once you get to the point where you have done the work that you need to do, the universe is going to offer you this opportunity of love, I feel, with the Empress here. You're going to know that it's time, because you're going to feel confident enough to be in your pre-Empress energy in order to face the Empress here. We do have the 9 of Swords. So right now you're stuck in a cycle, and I think the cycle is one of thinking, overthinking, hanging there, waiting, trying to get a different perspective. It feels like it's some shadow work that you're doing right now, and it also feels like you're not telling anybody of the things that you're going through. You might just be spending a lot of time alone, and it does feel like you're bracing to get ready to maybe express your feelings to the Empress here. That's what it feels like. Get reciprocity from the Empress. You might already know that they have feelings for you. I think that they do. The Empress, I feel, has just been silent with you, though, quiet with you, because the High Priestess is here. And it might be since we disconnected emotionally, it feels like maybe this person feels you're emotionally disconnected, but there's been silence. I feel like you are thinking about, should I or do I want to break the silence with the Empress? We do have a lot of Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy here. We have Pisces, Cancer, Libra, and Taurus. Pisces and Cancer again. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. Lots of water energy. Lots of emotional energy. Lots of energetic connecting energy here. I think you're thinking about them a lot, and they are thinking about you. All right, Virgo. Let's find out what's going on for Virgo. Sneak peek for the week for Virgo. It's for the next 7 days, Virgo. If you're interested in a private read, friend, look below this video. I've pinned a comment for all the information that you need. Tell me about Virgo, please. Tell me what's coming up this week for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me what's coming up this week, the next 7 days for Virgo. We have the Ace of Pentacles. There is a brand new door that's opening here, Virgo. Give me a second here with my tea. It is a mocha matcha. It's what's it called? Ceremonial matcha. It's very good for you, and it's lovely. All right, it's green tea. All right, so we have the Ace of Pentacles here. Looks like there is a new opportunity or a path that is going to make itself available this week. Tell me about the Ace of Pentacles. Now, whether or not you see it is up to you. And it's being offered to you by the universe. We do have the Queen of Wands. We have the Wheel of Fortune. And we have the Sun. Wow. Look at that. You will notice it. You will see it, my friend. I feel like you are headed towards some really good times here. I want to say that I feel like you've been through a lot. You've been through a very long and hard cycle. The Queen of Wands is someone who sits on the throne in spite of everything that came to kill her but only made her stronger. Whether you're feminine or masculine, I think that's you. I think you're someone who is resilient, who gets up and goes anyway, goes to get the thing, is very independent. I feel like you will see this opportunity that's coming at you. The wheel is here, which tells me that the hard times are over. That this person who's forged through fire here, I feel like it's about to get a little bit easier because things are about to change. You are going to get some sort of a shift of energy here that's going to put you on a path for something that's brand new. So it could be a new job or a new relationship, a new friendship. It could be money. It could be a raise or a promotion. It's abundance, right? So the Ace of Pentacles is all of the stuff, but it is something that'll change your life. Now, when the Sun and the Wheel show up, it tells me that things are about to change in a very good way. And you're going to recognize all of these changes as they show up. So everything is under the sun. You will see the opportunity. You will notice the change of energy here. We did have the Six of Wands underneath the deck, and that is victory after the fight. So it feels like you are coming into a brand new cycle, a breakthrough of this change is bringing the sun. It's bringing a breakthrough, and you're able to see everything. There's no guesswork here. There's the Chariot here. We do have the Knight of Cups. And the Queen of Pentacles is in the reverse. To me, when the Queen of Pentacles is in the reverse, it sometimes can mean a financial issue is going on. But for me, when the Queen of Pentacles is in the reverse, you know, this is the person who is the overgiver. This is Capricorn, but also Taurus and Virgo in this general reading. The Queen of Pentacles is somebody who is an overgiver, is constantly doing for others, always doing for others. You know, in this big, beautiful dress, she might just hike it up and get up on the ladder to clean somebody's eaves troughs because she's also babysitting their children. So feminine or masculine, I feel like when the Queen of Pentacles is in the reverse, it's like I'm taking stock of myself. I'm not giving anymore to people out there. I need to give to the self. And I think what you are working on right now, Virgo, is self-love. That's what it feels like, that you are getting a victory in self-love. And that's why these opportunities are showing up, because now you are in a different vibration and you are attracting what you are. And what you are is someone who is ready for a new beginning, someone who's been through a lot of stuff and is ready for a new beginning. So I feel like you are keeping to yourself, taking stock of yourself, going over details of you, figuring out where your money is, where your house is, you know, your job, am I happy? It feels like you're practicing a lot of self-love in this moment as well. Getting more acquainted with you. The Chariot tells me that it feels like you are having victory in this. It is working out good, or if it's not, if you're not feeling the effects of this yet, I feel like you will this week. The sun is going to come out, and I feel like it's going to add to happiness, right? The sun is about happiness, happiness in the family. It's about breakthrough, seeing everything for what it really is. It's also about growth, personal, professional, spiritual growth. We do have the Six of Cups, so I feel like what's growing here is when you grow, everyone around you grows, Virgo, because the Queen of Pentacles is in the room, right? It feels like this is the person who doesn't only keep it for themselves usually, they go in to check with themselves to make sure that they have everything that they need, but they're always going to give to other people. The Six of Cups and the Sun tells me that I want to say that you are on an abundant path here, that it's very clear to you, or will be very clear to you, that there is somebody in your life who is very special here. Someone who you may have not been speaking with, You could have also been, this could be a person who you partied with, a person who you had a lot of fun with. I feel like that this person is somebody that maybe you're separate from or you haven't spoken with in a while, but the Six of Cups and the Four of Cups is the Ten of Cups. I'm just saying. We do have the King of Swords here. Truth and honesty, justice and transparency, facing things head on. I think what you're facing head on here is it feels like there is a soulmate here that may have rejected you, or maybe you rejected them. I feel like you're about to be very honest about your emotions with somebody who you think is a soulmate. The Sun here, whether this person is whether it's platonic or romantic, right? It could be a friendship as well. But it feels like you are about to, you've had a breakthrough, and I think you want to share it with somebody. You want to share it with this person here. We have the Ace of Swords. So I feel like there will be a conversation between you and a soulmate, whether it's platonic or romantic. And I feel like you're ready to face something head on. It feels like it has something to do with either I got bored with you and stopped talking with you, or you rejected my, like you left me on red, you rejected me emotionally. And so I feel like you've decided now you're at a place where we need to strike up conversation. I need to get a little bit of clarity about what's going on here, because you're feeling good because the sun is out, right? You're feeling sort of balanced in the mind. So I feel like you're ready to go over some facts and details and find out what went on here. This could be a father. This could be a boss. Take it as it resonates for you. This King of Swords. So this could be what you might embody in order to talk about these things with the soulmate. So you might be the one who's going to strike up conversation. But it feels like it also could be, maybe you have to have a talk with the boss. Look, I'm not happy with the way things are going here. And we need to figure out whether I'm going to stay or not. Four of Cups can be a rejection, right? We're going to figure out whether I want to stay here or not. But it could be a romantic situation as well. Tell me more about Virgo and what's the outcome here. We have the Five of Wands. We have the Six of Swords. And the Hanged Man. Yeah, it feels like you're telling somebody, look, I'm not going to hold back anymore. I've come to a realization that I don't need to hold back, and I'm going to move on. If you're gonna argue and fight with me, if there's going to be just nothing but tense energy between us, then I feel like it's something that I have to do. I've got to go. I've got to cut you out. Three of Swords. It's going to hurt me as much as it's going to hurt you. I feel like you're just going to be honest with somebody. The Queen of Wands would do that, right? This is a person who's been through a lot of shit, and this is a person who is somebody who is apt to be more honest than not, and because they don't want to go through all the stuff that they've been through before. They've learned the lessons, and they're moving forward and independently because they've learned the lessons. So I feel like you're going to tell somebody, look, it's going to break my heart too, but if all you've got for me is arguments and fighting and stress and toxic workplace, then I've got to move along, and that's my decision. It feels like the Hanged Man energy it's a realization that it's going to break your heart to go, but you've got to go. Tell me what's coming up with the Wheel of Fortune, please, for Virgo. We've got the Nine of Pentacles, we've got the King of Wands, and we've got the Hierophant. So I feel like a part of what is coming up with the Wheel of Fortune here is I feel that you are feeling inspired to maybe connect with someone who I feel is a spiritual teacher for you, Virgo. It's somebody who either taught you a lesson, or somebody who speaks from the higher self, somebody who you trust, somebody who you really do see as the Hierophant. So somebody who is, who you see as connecting with the other side, or connecting with source. You trust this person, I want to say, and you're feeling inspired and confident that things can move forward with this person. It could be a Taurus, it could be an Aries, a Sagittarius, or a Leo. We do have Pisces energy here as well. We have Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius energy here, as well as Leo. This person, this King of Wands, could be someone who is soulmate energy as well. Someone who is mirroring you. We could say that you are meeting some sort of mirror image of yourself, and this person could end up being someone that you get into a commitment with. I feel like there's like I want to say that both parties are single at this time, but there is like a confidence between them. Like the King of Wands carries an air of confidence, and so is the Queen of Wands. They don't really need each other, but they do kind of run in the same packs, I want to say. Maybe they're both Sigma, right? Maybe they're both sort of running on their own, lone wolf and Sigma female, and they come together, which is a crazy match because they're used to survival on their own. So I feel like everything's about to change, is what I want to say, because the Wheel of Fortune is here, right? We've got the Strength card. We've got the Fool energy here. So you're holding back from some sort of a new beginning. You want to wait until your pentacles are in shape here before you decide that you're going to go off and find somebody. Yeah, it feels like you want to get balance in your financial situation here and make sure that you have enough in the bank before you go out and find a long-term relationship here. All right. We have Taurus, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, Pisces, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Leo energy, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, more Sagittarius, and Cancer energy. Alrighty, let's talk about Libra. How are you, Libra? Let's find out what's coming up for you this week, the next 7 days, Libra. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Libra. What's going on with Libra, please? Libra, if you're interested in a private read, please look below this video. I've pinned a comment to the top of the comments there if you're interested. Tell me what's coming up for the next 7 days for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Libra. Oh, look at that. We've got the Ace of Cups, a brand new emotional path is about to open here. Something where you're going to feel very loved. You're going to feel like everything is going your way. It's like an overflowing of whatever the good stuff is. Could be romance, could be emotions. Tell me about the Ace of Cups. Whatever it is, you're going to have enough of it. We have the Seven of Wands. We have the Six of Pentacles. And we have the World card. We've got the Justice card in the distance here. You know, it feels as though there is this new path. There is this new path of love or emotion, depth. Your cup runneth over, my friend. I feel like this week is going to be a good week where I feel like you'll be communicating with people. They'll be giving you reciprocal energy. Whoever you reach out to is going to reach back. Like I feel like it's a really good week for communicating with people. I want to say, I feel like in the past that you kind of have been standing your ground. Maybe that you've been protecting yourself from the people around you. Like it feels like you've been keeping to yourself or standing your ground, or it feels like you've been spending time by yourself, but it's because you really didn't want to speak with other people. But I feel like this week is a week where you are connecting with people, like connecting in the heart space. So take romance out of your mind. I feel like it's just friendships, family, things like that. It could be romance, but that's not what I'm feeling. I want to say that this is a new cycle for you, that you have closed the door on an old chapter here. And in order to get justice, you know that this is what's happening here. I feel like the World card is telling me that you've come to some sort of a full circle moment here. And you've closed the door on giving to those who don't give back. And I don't mean money. I mean time, effort. I mean that you're no longer going to be the overgiver here, Libra. I feel like you're finally going to really get things in balance, and not only for other people, but on your side as well. So the Six of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups tells me that you are going to get people who are pouring into you like you're pouring into them this week. And the World card tells me that this is a chapter. I feel like a chapter has closed for you, my friend. The chapter of sort of keeping people at arm's length and, being by yourself, not doing much with other people. I feel like you're going to be a little bit more social this week. It's going to be a little more give and take and a little more even with this Ace of Cups here. Oh, okay. So we have a challenge apparently, and it's a Six of Cups here. Maybe that's a challenge for you. The challenge is friendships, deep friendships, friendships that go way back, or maybe it's family members, people you've known for a really long time. It feels like the challenge could be in the Six of Cups here, that I feel like this Seven of Wands is telling me that you're tired. The reason that you put up the boundaries is because you're tired of people taking from you without giving back. And the thing is that we don't always give with the hope of getting back, but it is about replenishing each other. So you can't just keep taking and taking and taking from someone without pouring back before they're just going to say, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm just going to close the door on that. So the Six of Cups is here. Why is the Six of Cups here, please? We've got the Five of Swords and the Ace of Swords in the reverse. I really do believe that you are being very honest and truthful with the people that you deal with and in your dealings. I feel like some of these people you're no longer speaking with, that you're going to cut them out of your life. And other people, you're just going to plainly explain to them, look, this thing with you not being there when I need you, but I'm always supposed to be on call when you need me. I'm not doing that with you anymore. Some people you're just going to distance yourself from and not say anything at all. You feel like they not necessarily have earned the clarity because they've kind of just left you on the back burner. But I do feel that you will be moving toward maybe a different group of people here, because we do have the World card here. And so some of the people, I feel like you're at the place in your life right now, Libra, where you're realizing that not everybody's your friend. Look, we go through the life and we have thousands of people on Facebook and thousands of people on Instagram, and people think that people like them because they have all of these numbers. And it's just such bunk, right? I feel like you're really understanding who's on your side, and that maybe there's one or two or three people that are actually people who you can count on. The rest of them are just acquaintances. And I feel like you're really going through the list, mental list, Facebook list, Insta list, I don't know what it is, Snap list, that you're realizing that not everybody is your friend. And I feel like you are trimming the list, trimming the fat. That's what it feels like here. I've got the Four of Cups. Yep, people who left you on the shelf, my friend. Anybody who left you on the shelf, you're like, nah, brah, I'm good. I'm just going to distance myself from you, and we're probably just going to end this friendship, this love ship. It could even be members of your family. Take it as it resonates. The Six of Cups is all of that. It's people that you've known for a really long time. The Ace of Pentacles. So you're anybody who's left you on the shelf, I feel like what you're doing is clearing energy. That's what it feels like, Libra. You're clearing energy to invite in new energy. And I feel like you've decided nobody puts baby on the shelf, right? That you've decided that whoever's going to put me on the shelf, leave me on red, not going to pay attention to me, and when I need you, you're not there. The Death card is here. I feel like the way that you're changing is, I'm going to pay attention to people who pay attention to me. And I'm on this path of abundance. I'm going to plant this. I'm going to put it in the ground, and I'm going to nurture it and see how it grows and how many people are going to show up to help me with the garden. I feel like it's I feel like you're making some sort of a really solid ending to something. The World card, it means that you've taken a really long time to get here. This is all the fixed signs, and the fixed signs never make instantaneous decisions. And maybe never is a bad word because it's an absolute, but it always depends on what's in your moon and your rising sign as to what sun sign you are. So some of these, Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo, some of these signs, depending where they come up, move super slow and don't want to make a decision that is wrong, and that's why they move really slow. And I feel like you've been holding on to this, like, I've really just got to finally do this. So I think you start with holding boundaries, and then you start by giving reciprocity to those who are giving reciprocity to you. Some of these other people, you're going to give what for? You're going to have conflict and disagreements. There's going to be battles. You're not going to agree on everything, and it's going to be done. And other people, you're just going to allow silence to take its course. You're just going to distance yourself from them. We do have the High Priestess. I feel like you have decided that you are a person who wants to dedicate your life to helping others, but you're only helping others who want to help themselves. Those other people who are just coming at you because whenever they want something, I don't think you're going to do that anymore. And I think that's the way that you're creating balance in your life, because I feel like somebody here was out of whack a little bit. Feels like it was that there wasn't a whole lot of balance here. So Libra, what's coming up here is we have the Knight of Pentacles, we have the Hermit, and we have the King of Swords. I like it. All bossed up in your energy here, friend. You've got a whole lot of wisdom. After spending time by yourself, you've had time to think about things. You've moved at it really slow. I feel like you've been really patient with a lot of people in your life, Libra, and you are about to just let her rip. I'm going to say you're about to just let them know exactly what the wisdom is that you've learned. You found your light, and now you know what you're doing with it. I feel like there's going to be people in your life that you're just going to have this conversation with. And for some of them, it's going to turn into the Five of Swords, a place where we cannot agree to disagree, that place where we have such fundamental differences that we probably shouldn't even be friends. But I feel like you are going to be not harsh, but almost a little bit honest to a cringe-worthy level. I want to say that you're just going to say things as they are. Look, you are never there when I need you. I'm always there when you need me, offering help, offering legal advice, offering my smarts, everything that I've learned, my PhD, my bachelor degree, and you're not really giving me anything. You're not even around when I need you. So I feel like there's going to be some arguments and fights. There's going to be a gum fight. Yeah, I didn't say gun, G-U-N. I said gum, G-U-M. Used to be a commercial about bubble gum. Anyways, if you know, you know. If you're old like me. So we do have the Judgment card. Look, this Judgment card is something that changes your life. It sets you off on a new trajectory here. So I feel like with the Four of Pentacles here, you're going from being silent, shut off, shut down, to making a decision. I'm not dealing with people who are not dealing with me. I think it's legit. I think everybody should do that, honestly. Some people are scared to be alone, though. All right, so we have Pisces energy here. We have Scorpio energy, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. We have Virgo energy. We have Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo. We have more Virgo energy and Virgo, Pisces energy. All right, let's talk about Scorpio. Sneak peek for this week for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Scorpio, please. Scorpio, if you are interested in a private read, please look below this video. I've pinned a comment to the top of the comments. Everything you need is there. Scorpio, what is coming up for you in the next 7 days? A sneak peek for this week for Scorpio, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Give me some energy for Scorpio. We do have the Knight of Swords. Interesting. Fast-moving energy. Something to talk about. Ooh. Oh, I just heard Bonnie Raitt. Let's give them something to talk about. That's what I just heard. Tell me about this. Tell me about Scorpio. Let's give them something to talk about. So we have the Four of Swords and the Knight of Swords. That is 5 swords. What else do we have here? We have the Hermit. Somebody's been healing and is ready to talk about something. Want to have a conversation that is truthful and honest and forthright, but I want to do it in a very balanced, healed, specific, detailed kind of way. Let's take it slow. Right? That's what Virgo does. Let's take it slow. Somebody has been viewing someone else from a distance. And so I feel like this is, okay, well, I just saw somebody loading a gun. So I feel like it's not violence. Nobody's going to shoot anybody, but I feel like somebody's loading their weapon. You know what I mean? Like their mouth. I'm like verbal. Like that's what it feels like. Whatever they've been thinking about is something that is something that they're about to push out the mouth here. We've got the Knight of Wands. I think that the reason that there hasn't been conversation about whatever topic I'm talking about, and I don't really even know what the topic is yet, the reason there hasn't been conversation between you and another person before this is that there's been intermittent or no communication between you and somebody. It could be a Virgo, could be a fire sign, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, could be a Gemini. I feel like there's been no communication, and I feel like the Hermit energy is where you're comfortable because you're balanced there. You're balanced, you're full of wisdom, you're quiet, you're watching other people, you're not really, you're not really saying anything about the situation. But I feel like you go from the Hermit to the Knight of Wands, which tells me that when you get out of this energy, you do feel a little unstable. Like it feels like you move so fast that it makes you feel just a little bit unstable. These are both really quick moving energies, right? The Knight of Swords and the Knight of Wands. This is thinking it, this is doing it. So I feel like you do want to speak with somebody here. Tell me about the Knight of Swords, please. Tell me about the Knight of Swords. What do you want to say? We have the Knight of Cups. 3 knights here. We have the Ace of Wands. And the 5 of Cups. Scorpio, I think you have some big feels for somebody. I think they're romantic feelings. I feel like you have enough wisdom. You've gone over the details. You know how you feel about this person. And I feel like it's leading you to a new path, a new passionate path. And it is, you might have Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo energy. It feels like now that you know what you know, it feels like you're ready to move quickly. That's what it feels like here. The 5 of Cups tells me that when you begin on this path, like you're really excited to get on this path, it's really exciting and fun, and you're feeling sort of all of the feels of adrenaline, I want to say, about this conversation, because I feel like what you're going to reveal to somebody is that in the silence, you've realized that you just don't want to be without them. That you no longer want to be in this feeling of the party's over, that it's no more fun. I feel like you're about to turn around. Sorry, I was listening. I was listening to a song. I heard when I said turn around. I heard every now and then we fall apart. Turn around. But I need you now tonight, and I need you more than ever. I think that's what you're going to say to somebody. I feel like you want to really. I feel like it's going to be a very blah, like you're just finally going to say it. You're going to say what's on your heart. That's what it looks like here. It's like, I do have feelings for you. It feels like you are going to say something to maybe a soulmate. 5 and 1 is 6, right? We have 5 and 1 in the hand of the Knight is the 6th cup. And it feels like you have a connection to somebody here that you are attracted to. It does feel like it is it's like something that you can't cut. You're the one holding the sword, and you can't cut the string. It feels like you can't cut the soul tie. Tell me more. And the reason you stay quiet is because it's very stable there. Yeah, it feels like you want to tell this person, like it feels like it's a new day. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, and I'm feeling good. That's what Michael Bublé says. So it feels like it is a new dawn. It is a new day. The Fool is here. It's a brand new cycle. And I feel like the brand new cycle is one of truth. I feel like you are no longer hiding things. So I feel like you're going to be truthful and honest with someone in this new chapter here. With the 8 of Cups. The new chapter's got to start with you walking away from something, though. Something that you've been holding on to for a while. Possibly something that you've not been talking to anyone about. It feels like when the new chapter starts, you'll be walking away, like disconnecting emotionally from someone or leaving something behind that never served you. And it feels like you're not really telling anybody that you're doing that, Scorpio. It feels like it's none of their business. We have the 6 of Pentacles, and you're going off to give somebody else reciprocity, which makes more sense about this Knight of Wands. It is a little bit quick, unstable energy, but I feel like it's very desirable, very passionate. It does feel like there is somebody that you want to speak with or have back and forth with, I'm going to say. Somebody that you do want to speak with in terms of what can we do? Are we friends? Are we giving back and forth as friendship in the Pentacle world, or does it go somewhere else? We've got 6 and 4 is 10. You're walking away from a long-term relationship, it looks like, or a long-term friendship, a job you've been at for a really long time. It's Pentacles. So I feel like the new chapter being here is one of honesty. You don't really care if people don't like what you have to say, Scorpio. I feel like you're just going to be honest about it. And not only are you going to be honest with someone about how you feel, what your feelings are, about these romantic feelings and the excitement of being attracted to them, but I feel like it's also for some of you, it's the end of a job, or I no longer care. This new cycle that's coming here, it's like you're running away from something. And I don't mean that you're running away because of something that you feel you did wrong. I feel like it's just time to disconnect. and give reciprocity where reciprocity is due. A place where you know that someone is going to fill your hands with as much reciprocity as you're filling their hands with. Tell me what is the outcome here for Scorpio? We have the Two of Pentacles, we have the Hierophant, and we have the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. It feels like I want to say that you really are prepared. You're prepared. That's you, right? Strategic, prepared, moving slowly, going over details. I want to get it right once. I don't want to have to do this over again. I don't want to make a mistake. So it feels like the reason that it's taken you so long is because of all this earth energy here. It feels like it's taken you really long to come to this realization that there is somebody that you haven't spoken to in a really long time that you have a whole bunch of feelings for. But first you're going to have to shut down something else, something that you thought you wanted. And I feel like going forward, the 10 of Cups is what you're walking, or the 10 Pentacles is what you're walking away from. We do have a decision here about a commitment, right? And that it feels like with the Queen of Pentacles that you go within to figure out, like, is it just me? Like, maybe it's just me. Like, I feel like you go over the details of the self, like figuring out what it is that you really want. The Queen of Pentacles is somebody who's the overgiver. So I feel like I can safely say that you're the overgiver, Scorpio. That you're the overgiver of love, overgiver of money, everything in the pentacle world for sure. Stability, dependability. Like, it feels like money. You bring all of the finances to the relationship. And I want to say that there is a commitment here that I feel like you're ready to leave, and you're about ready to make that decision. It feels like somebody else is not contributing. And if they're not contributing financially, they're just not contributing in the 3D world. Maybe they don't work. Maybe they don't have a job, or maybe whatever job they have, they're not good at. Or maybe you want them to help you and they're not really even doing that. Like, it feels like there is a commitment here that you're in. And the Queen of Pentacles being in the reverse tells me nobody's putting this, there's one of you is not putting any energy in, and I don't think it's you. I feel like it's the other person is not really putting any of their energy into a place where you can make this relationship stable. We do have the Three of Swords, and it's going to break your heart to do it, but you've got to, because you've been in this Virgo energy here, this hermit energy for a while, finding your light, realizing that you do have light. You can make your own decisions. You do have a lot of wisdom, and I think you will speak from wisdom. I don't think that you will be harsh or, this is fast-moving energy. It'll be a lot of information at once, but I don't think that you mean to be harsh. I feel like you mean to be pointed and honest and truthful here. We do have the Four. Yeah, I feel like you're rejecting someone here. Yeah, and it's very heavy. The end is here. It really does feel like it is somebody here that is possibly Taurus, Scorpio, Taurus, Leo, or Aquarius. Maybe could be a water sign, could be an earth sign. Take it as it resonates. This person is probably your soulmate. The King of Pentacles is showing up here. But it does feel like there is something that's over, but I feel like it's not in favor of something else. I don't think you're ending a commitment so you can be with somebody else, but I feel like you're realizing what you want and what you don't want anymore. So it's time to bring something full circle and close the door on a long-term relationship so you can go out and do whatever it is that you want to do. And you might not even want another relationship. You might just want to be single. But Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy is here. We've got Aries energy, Virgo. We've got Gemini energy, Pisces, Aries, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer on the bottom of the deck. Take it as it resonates for you. All right. Sagittarius. Just don't want anything to fall here. All right. Sagittarius, my fire family, how are you? Thank you so much for clicking here. If you are interested in a private reading, please look below this video. Every video that I put out, I do put a pinned comment at the top of the comments. Everything you need is there if you're interested in a private read. Let's look at Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising. Sagittarius. We just did Scorpio. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me what is coming up this week, the next 7 days for my Sag family. Sagittarius. It's coming up for Sag. Sagittarius, this week has you in the Hanged Man energy, trying to gain perspective, trying to get some clarity, listening to intuition, not really making a move, but this is going to be a week of strategic thinking, I want to say, and listening to the self, listening to your inner self. listening to your intuition. The Empress is here. So I feel like this could be your energy. This is Libra and Taurus energy, but she is also all of the queens, which includes the Queen of Wands. And so I feel like that is your energy. We do have the Star in the reverse. And we do have the Cups. I feel like you're losing hope on some sort of a love connection here. I feel like you've been waiting for a really long time for some sort of commitment to come. It could be with a Cancer, possibly a Taurus, maybe a Libra, or an Aquarius. But the Star energy tells me that you feel unseen. You feel, and I don't think that you feel unseen by everybody, Sagittarius. I think that you feel unseen by the person that you want to be seen by. It feels like that you're starting to lose hope that love is ever going to find you, and I feel like you're trying to convince yourself in the Hanged Man energy that there still is love out there, there is commitment out there, but that it feels like you're trying to get a different perspective on it, because the Empress is always going to wait for the right person. The Empress is the attractor. She's never going to run out there and try and, put her thumb on somebody and say, hey, you're mine. You must be my soulmate, and slap a label on their forehead. That's not what she does. She is attracting what she is, and what she is very balanced, very abundant. This is somebody who might be in childbearing years, doesn't have to be, but that's if you're feminine. But if you are a masculine Empress, you are somebody who's creative, who creates a beautiful home, who is very balanced in your energy, very connected to your source. And so I feel like you're kind of going over the self. You're like, look, I'm all of these things. The universe told me, the crazy lady in Canada told me that I need to clean up my vibration. And so I did. And it's been a lot of really hard work. It's a long, arduous journey to get to the Empress, because the Empress is also wisdom. So it's unlikely that that you're someone who's in your 20s who's an Empress. You're more likely to be in your late 30s or 40s and up from there to be in the Empress energy. It is about wisdom. It's about learning lessons, and you just don't have that many lessons when you're young. So I feel like there is this Piscean energy here, and I feel like you're trying to get perspective on, because I feel like I'm talking to somebody who's single. You're trying to get perspective on, I've done all the work. Where's mine? That's what it feels like here. Sagittarius, we do have the Sun. So you are going to come up with some sort of a realization here. I feel like you spend a lot of time in this energy of the Hanged Man, because the Eight of Swords is here. It does feel like it's sort of an ongoing, obsessive, sort of being stuck in the mind, feeling like you can't get out of the mind kind of thought, but I feel like there is going to be a breakthrough. And the breakthrough here to me is with the Sun. The realization that maybe I haven't been as open, maybe I haven't been as available, maybe I haven't been as vulnerable as I need to be in order to meet somebody. So it feels like here that maybe you've been spending a lot of time by yourself, and there is a realization while you're doing that in the overthink tank by yourself here. There is a realization that, maybe I just haven't been putting myself out there. Maybe I haven't been volunteering or going out with friends or finding a group that I can include myself in. We do have the Six of Pentacles. Yeah, you need to get out amongst people who are of, the same, people who are akin, right? Who are thinking the way you're thinking. So if you're a tap dancer, maybe you want to hang out with tap dancers. If you're a rodeo clown, you want to hang out with rodeo clowns, right? So it feels like that you need to find people who are your people. And those are the people that I feel are going to keep you in balance and are going to give you the reciprocal energy that you're looking for. And so I feel like you spent a lot of time in this Hanged Man energy. In fact, maybe even stuck there just a little bit until you get this realization that maybe it's time for you to get out there and be more social if you want to feel more abundant in terms of friends and family. And as I say, more abundant, the Ten of Cups comes out. So it feels like maybe you've been spending some time, when we go into this energy of self-mastery, right, the Eight of Pentacles, and going over details about ourselves and trying to get things in order, it does end up being sometimes the Empress energy that we get to with these realizations and lessons. But I want to say that it takes a long time to get there. So sometimes you spend a lot of time by yourself, not entertaining others, not speaking to others, spending a lot of time in the Hanged Man energy, looking at different perspectives and trying to understand the way other people are. right? According to you, how other people are. So I feel like you had some sort of realization that maybe you've been just a little less cordial than usual here. And we do have the Four of Cups, the Ten of Cups here. It feels like somebody here is maybe estranged from the family, or maybe there's some things going on in the family that you don't necessarily want to get yourself involved in. And it feels like it's really emotional, maybe dramatic things that are going on with the Sun and all of these cups here. That's what it feels like. It could be something that is quite dramatic. Maybe that's the reason why you've kind of been hiding out a little bit. I feel like there is love in the future for you if you want it here, that we do have the Lovers here along with the Two of Cups. So it does feel like in this group of people, I want to say, wherever you decide to do it, whether it's a singles group or just something that is in your community. Maybe you're going to volunteer in order to get face-to-face with some people here. But I feel like you are, the Six of Pentacles is telling me that there's going to be people who you will be reciprocal with, and that one of those people is the one who is going to be someone who you might have a special eye for, someone who you might end up having feelings for, someone who might pick you or choose you, or maybe you will choose them. We do have the Lovers here. Tell me what else we need to know, or what's the outcome here. So I'm going to say, I think that you feel that love is never going to arrive, but I think that love is arriving sooner than you think it is. But I feel like you've spent a lot of time feeling sad. Like, it feels like you've got yourself all set up. Like maybe you're a single parent and you have children and you're taking care of everything. You're floating the whole boat. You've got the family. You've got the happiness. You're happy. You're healed. You're balanced. And you're just waiting for love to come along. And I feel like you will find it, but you're going to have to go out and be social. Find reasons to be outside of your home. We've got the Seven of Cups. We've got the Six of Wands, and we have the King of Coins. You are going to have some really good financial success coming up here. It feels like you're going to have victory in stable finances. Not only finances, but in your family, being the leader of your family, settling. I want to say that you're coming from a past that was confusing and overwhelming, and maybe you're trying to get your footing as you're trying to do the healing to be the Empress here. I feel like you are somebody who is, with the victory here, we've got the Six of Wands and the King of Coins. I feel like it's not far off for you, Sagittarius, that you're going to start to see money changing as well. That the King of Coins, understand, is the person who's always giving, an overgiver, right? So Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, all the earth signs are like that, overgiving all the time. I feel like there's a point at which it starts to come back. And so you keep, that's why the King of Pentacles, everything they touch, they say King of Pentacles has the Midas touch. Everything they touch turns to gold, because they don't even have to manifest anymore. It's like they keep continually throwing goodness and kindness and money and all the things of the Pentacle worlds of value. They keep throwing it at the universe as an offering, and the universe throws it back, and that's why you end up being the Empress. I feel like you're something is going to happen financially for you. So I don't know how it's going to happen, but you're going to have victory in some sort of, either you're buying a house, or you're getting a new job, or you're getting a raise, a pay raise, or a bonus, or something that is going to happen here. Maybe you have a business and it's going to get busier, more clients. We have the Emperor in the reverse. And we have the Judgment in reverse. Interesting. So I feel that there is somebody here who, I want to say, has misjudged you. There is somebody here who has noticed your glow up here. I want to say somebody has really got their eye on your glow up. And I want to say that this person might be the Emperor. Now, I feel like the Emperor is in reverse because, one, they're in disbelief. Two, I feel that they feel really stupid, that maybe they misjudged you because the Judgment card is here, and that this person has not had any sort of reconciliation with you. I feel like the Emperor could be a father, could be a supervisor, could be somebody at work, somebody who feels like they're not connected to your inner circle. I'm going to say they feel left out. Excuse me. But the Emperor, I feel, is in the reverse because things aren't really going great in their life right now. And as they see you glowing up, things going good for you, I feel like this person has realized that they misjudged you. I think that this person felt like you were somebody who couldn't do it on your own, who would stay stuck in the Hanged Man energy, someone who didn't have the ability to have breakthroughs or learn things, that you were always going to be in the Four of Pentacles, shut off, shut down. I feel like this person is now regretting the way that they treated you in the past. I don't know who this person is. It's going to be different for all of you, but the Emperor usually is somebody who is in charge, a conqueror. Like, this person is kind of prideful. They are somebody who is like, yeah, I'm the big cheese, right? I'm the one who makes all the decisions. And now that they're having sort of a hard time in their life, I would say that when the Emperor's here in the reverse, it's because one of the kings is out of whack. So they could be having problems in their love life, King of Cups. They could be having problems getting up, getting motivated and doing things, the Six of Wands, or the King of Wands. Or maybe they're having a hard time with speaking out or saying what they mean. But it feels like this person has been watching you and has witnessed you do your glow up. And now it's kind of like they're in a place where life is not great for them, and they're regretting misjudging you and moving on from you. Interesting. They're realizing now that what they left in the past was an empress, that they didn't give you enough time to get your footing, to figure it out, to get the wisdom. They didn't give you enough time to do the glow up, and now you're going to be making all kinds of money, looking great, feeling great on the outside, on the inside, very balanced. And this person is like, I'm an emperor, but I'm no longer a match for the empress, because the empress is doing good and now my life is in the crapper. It feels like this emperor is moving on from something here, a bad judgment. They made a bad decision of some sort. And so this emperor made a bad decision, and now they're moving away from that decision. I'm just going to leave it there. I could read that forever. But I'm just going to leave it there. I feel like the Emperor's watching you, though. I feel like the Emperor's watching you, and they kind of rue the day that they just moved on without you here. We've got Aquarius energy. We've got Gemini, Cancer, Pisces, Virgo. We've got Aries energy, more Cancer. We've got more Aquarius energy, Capricorn, Leo. More Leo energy, Scorpio, and more Pisces energy. All right. Okay, Capricorn. Let's figure it out. Let's get a little bit of tea first. All right. Tell me about Capricorn, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Capricorn this week. This is the sneak peek for this week. It is the next 7 days, my friends, because we're getting this reading out on a Tuesday instead of a Monday. If you're interested in a private read, please look below this video. There is a pinned comment that will give you all the information you need to book a private reading if you're interested in that. Tell me about Capricorn the next 7 days, please. Sneak peek for this week for Capricorn. What's going on for Capricorn? Okay, what's going on here? All right. The only one that is face up is the Death card, so we'll take it. Change is afoot, my friend. Transformation is here. This is going to be a week of change, a week of things that are ending so other things can begin. But I feel like they're going to be good things. The sun is shining in the background here. I think some of them will be hard for you to deal with, some of these changes, some of the endings. Some will be hard, but understand that it's bringing you something good because the sun is in the background here. We do have the Knight of Swords. You might have to fight for it. Some of these endings are going to be because of harsh words, arguments, and fighting. We do have the Page of Pentacles. Things end and then things begin. That's what the circle of life is, right? Every time something ends, something must begin. We do have the Page of Pentacles here, and I feel like you're looking forward to beginning some new things. But first, I feel it's going to piss you off, Capricorn. There is a new opportunity here to have conversation, possibly with someone you had a hard ending with. We have the Two of Swords. So there's a block here. There's a block to the abundance or a block to this new beginning. You have a block. It's like a mental block. it's like you want to put the energy in. You want to get back on the path. You want this opportunity. But it's almost like, did we say too many things? Like we've got an Ace of Wands in the Hand of the Knight, and then we have two people, each with a sword. It's like people are fighting over the truth. It's like you're fighting within the self over truth. I feel like you feel you were right, and they feel like they feel that they were right. It feels like we need to heal something here. We do have the Star. Something needs to be healed here. Tell me about the Death card, please. Tell me about the Death card. For Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. We have the King of Cups. There's love lost here. And this doesn't even have to be romantic love. We have the Strength card here. So since you had an ending with somebody, it's like we poured out our cups and we're like, I just don't have love for you anymore. Or I can't give this any more emotion. And I feel like you find the strength to hold yourself back. And that's why the ending happens. You find yourself this energy of holding yourself back and just going on without them. Yeah, it almost feels like as I'm looking here at the dog who is worried about their person that's falling over the other side. This person's like, no big deal. I'm just going to smell the roses as I take this new beginning here. But it feels like the dog is more aware that there could be danger below than the person who is taking the leap of faith. I feel like there has been some sort of argument or fight. Somebody wants to make peace, but I feel like we've got some sort of a mental block. I feel like the mental block is yours. I feel like this ending here has led to a new beginning. So I feel like you're on this new path. I feel like you're doing your own thing. But I also feel like you're still thinking about what went on in the past here. Got the Hanged Man. You're still thinking about it. We've got the Eight of Cups. And we've got the Knight of Cups. All about the cups pouring out, right? Just going to say, the King has poured out a cup, right? I have no more time or emotions to give this situation. That's why I'm holding back. And then we have the Hanged Man, which is also sort of being in a pause. Or a stall, right? I need to think about this. I need to look at things from all perspectives. And it feels like the thing has already ended, whether it's a relationship or a job, or maybe it's an argument within the family. It feels like it's already ended, but you're still going over the details. You can't stop thinking about it. You're still going over, trying to get a different perspective, trying to figure out the balance of the whole thing. It feels like you did what was right. Like you feel that you did what was right by ending the situation or pulling back your energy and saying, I don't have any more effort or energy to put into this. I'm just going to have my own new beginning. But we do have the Eight of Cups and the Knight of Cups. And you can see she's looking in the cup here, and this person is drinking for themselves. So I feel like this, I want to say whatever this was depleted you. It really depleted you emotionally, and you don't have anything left emotionally to give to it. It feels like it is in the Five of Cups energy now, and although it's sad, it looks like there's nothing left in the cup. I want to say that you're finally drinking for yourself here. It's self-love. I feel like you're finally paying attention to yourself and drinking for yourself and not sharing with other people first. Nourishing the self first. Otherwise, you can't get very far. We have 9 cups. I feel like this emotional disconnection actually makes you happy. It makes you lighter, I want to say. Tell me what this block is here. It's like a pause or a block. What is this? We have the Three of Wands, we have the Ten of Swords, and we have the Empress. You're wondering if this person is going to double back and say hello to you. I think you're hoping that they will. I think that you would invite them in if they did. I feel like you had a painful argument with somebody and now you're in silence with them. I don't know who backed away. Feels like it may have been you. But it feels like this Empress, it could be someone who is someone who is very well balanced. They could be a mother, they could be a business owner. This is somebody who's taking care of everything by themselves. So it feels like they are probably single, doing their own thing. I feel like this is the person who you had the harsh ending with, or now silence has ensued. And I think that you're hoping that the Empress will double back and speak with you. This is Libra and Taurus energy here. What was the argument? Got the Eight of Pentacles, King of Pentacles. It was an argument of you think you're better than me, don't you? That's what it feels like. Because the King of Pentacles is wealthy, and the wealthy person is giving to the people who are not so much. And we do have the Eight of Pentacles. We have somebody who's built themselves up here financially. And it's almost like a feeling of envy. So you think you're better than me. Well, I'm just going to pull back my energy, and I just don't have any more energy to give this. It almost feels like a little bit of envy. I'm just going to say. We have the Lovers, we have the Temperance card, and we have the Ten of Wands. I think you're choosing to drop your burdens and heal this. It's a choice for you. I feel like you want to do that, but I think you want the other person to come forward first. I feel like right now you're probably in a pretty good place, but I feel like you are spending a lot of time by yourself, or you're feeling a little bit lonely. I want to say since you moved on, it's been a little bit lonely, and I really feel like this does feel like a friendship. It doesn't feel like a love ship. It doesn't feel like it's a romantic situation. It does feel like there's either family members or a platonic relationship with a friend, and this person has had this sort of fortunate abundance in their life, and there has been, I feel like this person may have offended you, making you feel like you had nothing, or maybe you just felt like they made you feel that way. But it feels like there's economic changes or differences here, that maybe this person is really abundant, and maybe this person was trying to help you, but maybe you felt like they felt better than you because they've worked harder than you, or that they have a business, or the Eight of Pentacles is here. This person maybe is someone who works really hard and has built themselves up financially. That's what it feels like. Bottom of the deck, we have the King of Wands. I feel like you want to reach out to this person, and you're going to wait until you feel inspired to do so. But I feel like this is somebody here who feels like they were your family. Like they felt like family, like a sister or a brother. I feel like you want it to come back together again. Can't we just forget it and be family again? That's what it feels like here. So I feel like you're going to have to make a decision. We do have the Devil energy here, and we do have the Two of Cups in the reverse. So it does feel like with the Two of Cups in reverse here that it's like it was an unhealthy relationship. And I feel like it consumed all of your energy, that somebody here was very maybe clingy, or before they became the Empress, maybe they were somebody who needed a lot of your time. I think you want to bring balance back into the situation, but the Devil's here. You want to begin again, and you want to heal it because the Star is here, but I feel like you think that this person will reject your offer. So I feel like that's why you have not gone forward yet. All right. Got a lot of cups here, so we're just going to say Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, Libra, and Taurus. We've got Virgo. Pisces energy here, more Pisces. We've got Sagittarius and Gemini, Aries, Leo, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer energy, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn, and Scorpio energy. We've also got Capricorn on the bottom of the deck. All right. Okay, Aquarius, let's find out what's going on with you. How are you, friends? Thank you so much for clicking here. And let's find out what's going on for you, Aquarius. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. One more. Green tea, matcha. There's ceremonial matcha, which is the one that is very good for antioxidants. It's a chocolate matcha that I've got. All right, let's find out what's going on for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Aquarius, if you're interested in a private read, please look below in the description area. So it can be in the description, but also I've pinned a comment to the comments if you're interested in a private read. All right, so we have the Four of Pentacles for the next 7 days. It feels like you are keeping to yourself, I'm going to say. It feels like you're keeping to yourself, saving money, making sure that ducks are in a row here, but I don't feel like you're really giving of your time, attention, energy, money. Feels like you're in a kind of a miserly week. I feel like you are a person who is always giving. And I feel like it's time for you to pull back just a little bit, because I feel like the scales are a little bit unbalanced as pertains to giving. Now, this is Pentacles, so it could be money, but Pentacles are a lot of things. It could be at work, you're giving too much. Maybe you're doing too much overtime. It could be in the home. Maybe you're the one who lives with other people and you're doing all the cleaning, all the cooking, all the buying of the groceries, and you're feeling sort of exhausted. And maybe that's why you just need to be by yourself. Now, it feels like you're kind of pulling back your energy, saying, you know what, I'm not going to be the person who does all the giving all the time. This is very charitable energy with the Six of Pentacles, right? It's, I feel like, you know, we've got 3 and 2, so it feels like somebody here is giving more than the other person. We've got the Judgment card here. You need to make a decision about this. If you don't make a decision and say something, it's just going to keep going on as it did, right? 3 of Pentacles. It might be in a friendship here. It could be at work, for sure. It could be at work, it could be at school, it could be a friendship. There's something here that's going on and you feel like you're giving way more than somebody else is. And it's in the Pentacle world. Touch, taste, smell, something that's going on at your house, at your home, at your job, with the children. Take it as it resonates for you. But you need to make a big decision here about what you're going to do, because this is a temporary position, right? The Four of Pentacles is a temporary position. It's like, I'm going to hold back, but you can't hold back and hold off the whole time. You've got to be a little more open, right? It's just healthy. It's healthy for your life. What's the decision you're making here, please? What's the decision that Aquarius is making here? We have the 8 of Cups. We have the King of Wands and the Tower in the reverse. So for me, as a Tower in the reverse, when it shows up, it's a warning. The warning is that you need to take care of business or this Tower is going to fall. I feel like it's a preparation. I want to say, like, it's a notification that change is coming. So you have to make a decision, and whatever decision you make is going to make change. Either you're going to tell people, look, I'm not just going to keep giving to you if you're not giving to me, and that might change the friendship. It might change where you work. You know, you might say to them, I'm not doing any more overtime. I'm exhausted. I got to keep to myself. But there's a Tower coming. So this isn't without consequences. Every decision we make has consequences and lessons, right? We need those lessons and consequences. The 8 of Cups tells me that you're going to kind of do it without feeling. I feel like you're going to do it without feeling, with a little bit of ego, and you're just going to say, look, this is how it is, and you're going to lay it out for them. It's on point. Sounds like Aquarius. But look, I feel like there is a consequence here, and the Tower is here, and I feel like the consequence might lie with where you work, your friendships, your community, whatever your decision is. There is going to be some sort of consequence. We'll look at the Tower in a moment. Tell me why you were shut off and shut down here. We've got the Ace of Swords in the reverse. Okay, so you were giving more. I feel like you were chasing people for attention. And I don't mean that in a derogatory way. I mean that, you know, oh, I haven't heard from Susan for a while. Maybe I should text Susan. And you text Susan and you haven't heard and you haven't heard. And then you text him again after a few days and you're like, hello. Like, it feels like you're a person who likes to check in on people, take care of others, right? I know that because of the 6 of Pentacles. And I feel like you're just tired of being used by people who are not giving you what you deserve. I feel like there are people who like leave you on red if you send a text, or they don't answer the phone, or you hear or see somewhere that they've gone out with a bunch of other friends who maybe are your friend group and they didn't invite you. We do have the Knight of Pentacles. You've been patient. You've been really patient with these people here. And the Queen of Cups is here. So this could be someone who is an older sister, a mother, I mean, feminine or masculine, brother, father, mother. The Queen of Cups I always see as a parent. So it could be, maybe this is going on in your family. It could be that. But it feels like you pulled your energy back. You pulled your energy away. You stopped You stopped giving so much. The Queen of Cups is someone who is in danger of being depleted of her energy because everybody takes from her. She's empathic. She's psychic. She's a person who's loving and kind and compassionate and is always giving of her energy and her time and her love. And I feel like you're a person who is that person. And whether you keep it under the surface or whether you don't, I feel like you are this person, and a lot of people take and take and take from you. And you've been patient with people up till now, but I don't think you are any longer. What are you going to do from here about the situation? The Knight of Cups. Got the Ace of Wands. And we've got the Five of Wands. So I feel what you're going to do is you're going to stop arguing. You're going to replace the arguments that you have in your head or arguments you have with other people. You're going to replace it with love. You're going to let them go in love and light. And the Ace of Wands is telling me I'm just going to go find a new path. We've got the Six Wands here. You're going to be successful in that. You're going to find a new path, a new group of friends. The Three of Pentacles is here, and we do have the Two of Pentacles. So it feels like it's a decision that you have to make. You know that you have to make it. We have the Death card. Some of these friendships, relationships, people in your family, I feel like you're just closing the door on, period. It feels like the ones who keep you running, who keep you busy, who keep you working for them, right? It's like you're not even their employee, but they keep you working for them. They need this, they need that. I feel like they keep you busy, and I feel like you're just not doing that for them anymore. So I feel like you are going to find a new group of friends, possibly. Tell me what this consequence is with the Tower. Oh, look, it's not a bad consequence. The consequence of deciding to pull your energy away and feeling inspired to move forward again, to get some sort of victory, levels you up. It maybe you just needed to learn a lesson in order to level up to the Empress energy here. We've got the Two of Wands and the Five of Cups. You're just like, I'm prepared to deal with the sadness. I'm just going to keep moving here. And I feel that that's what levels you up to the Empress energy. Isn't that interesting? That I feel like this is a soft tower. It's a good tower that's coming for you here. We've got the Ten of Cups, we've got Justice, and we've got the Eight of Wands. So it feels like people in your family are just going to have to get used to you speaking honestly and truthfully and bringing the truth to the situation. If they don't like it, then they don't have to be with you, right? They don't have to talk with you. I feel like this is the big decision that you're making. It feels like an Aquarius is coming to a place in their life where they're just done with all the bullshit. I can be alone. I'll do it myself. I don't need your help. It's fine. I'll pick my own path. It's going to be sad, but it is what it is. I'm going to be ending some of these arguments and fights by just simply telling you the truth. And if you don't like the truth, that's not a me problem. That's not an Aquarius problem. That's a them problem. They might see you as toxic because you're truthful and honest, and you're the person who is going to just say it as you say it. The Eight of Wands is here. You're just going to frickin' say it. The Ten of Cups is here, and you're going to be okay with saying it. You're not trying to do this in a derogatory or angry way, but you are doing it in a way that you're going to be honest and truthful, and you're going to deliver information to these people who have been taking and not giving to you. You're going to just deliver it in a way that makes you happy. I feel like they're going to see you as toxic. They are. These people who love you, I feel some of them are going to reject you, and you're going to hold yourself back from others. I feel like you're it's a new dawn, man. Look at this, right? You're feeling the most confident. You're looking good on the outside, really taking care of yourself on the inside. You're very focused and driven and independent, and you're on your way. I feel like that you're just not letting people play with you anymore. That's what it feels like, Aquarius. And I don't think that Aquarius is a person that allows people to play with them, but we all get to a place in our lives where we get this balance of the Libra energy, right? Where we decide that we can say what we want to say, but we don't necessarily have to say it with smacking them with a stick, right? You don't have to say it till it stings. You can just say it. And I think that you're getting to a place in your life where you're like, I'm just going to say it, and if I'm alone, that just means peace. All right, we do have Libra and Taurus, Scorpio, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, more Scorpio. Cancer energy, we have Capricorn, Libra, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn is everywhere. Virgo, Pisces here. All right, last one. Pisces, my two fishes friends, my water family, how are you? Let's find out what's going on for Pisces, please, this week's next 7 days. Sneak peek for this week for Pisces. Tell me about Pisces, please. Tell me about Pisces. Pisces, we do have the High Priestess. Look at that. We asked about you and you appear. So I feel like there are some really big blessings that are coming for you this week. The High Priestess is here. It's your major arcana card. I feel like you are receiving downloads. I feel like the veil is going to be very thin. But like the veil between you and the other world is going to be very thin, which means that you might be going through, I call them software upgrades, right? Like your body's going to be upgrading. You're going to be experiencing maybe ascension symptoms. You might want to look those things up. Kind of pokey, feeling exhausted. Look, there's retrogrades in your sign right now, and most of the retrogrades are affecting you. And I feel like it's it's because I feel like you're leveling up in your spiritual or psychic intuitive energy, and I feel like that could render you kind of feeling exhausted, or maybe crying a lot, or maybe just purging a lot of energy out of your body. So don't be surprised if you kind of feel a little bit off with these energies here, the way they're going. You might just want to do a quick Google and find out how these energies, whatever's in retrograde, I think 7 planets in retrograde, I don't know, 5 or 7, I don't know, but everything's in retrograde, and I think that it's really affecting you. And it could be affecting how you're performing as a parent. It could be affecting your home, could be affecting how you are emotionally stable, is what I want to say. With the Four of Wands and the High Priestess, it feels like your emotional stability is going to be something that you're going to want to talk about. Lots of blue energy here. Blue is the throat chakra. And yeah, it feels like emotional stability is what's going on here. Yeah, it's upgrading you. That's what it feels like. It is an upgrade. And I don't think that the upgrade is only going to be physical or spiritual. I feel like it's throughout your life. I feel like money's getting better. I feel like once you go through this upgrade, everything is going to get easier. Like it's going to feel a little bit easier because things are ending so other things can begin. It feels like there is so much that is going on, right? There's so much that is going on. Look, if you have your favorite astrologist, I like to watch Jimmy at the Tarot Ship. He just explains everything in layman's terms to me, how I understand it. So you might want to go see Jimmy. But it feels like there is a lot of cycles are coming to an end. So I want to say that the Ten of Swords is here. Whatever is supposed to end, let it end. Get out of the doorway and into the flow. Stop stopping people from leaving your life. You're purging at this time. There's a lot of purges that's going because we have to make room to receive. And so I feel like you're going to be receiving in the future, but first you must release. You must let go of things, right? We're at the tens here. And I feel that you are going to be far more emotionally stable and balanced once this cycle completes, but you might feel a little bit wackadoo right now. You might feel like you're purging energy, possibly crying, feeling sort of sensitive to other people, sensitive to workplace drama, sensitive to, like, everything's going to be sticking to you. That's what it feels like. So I'm going to suggest that you hold some pretty tough boundaries here if you don't want to get into other people's drama, because it is sort of a dramatic time in astrology, right? A lot of things are shifting and changing here. We do have the Devil energy here. And we do have the Hanged Man. Look, a lot of people aren't going to like that you're holding these boundaries here, Pisces, but you do have to do it. The Hanged Man energy tells me that, people are seeing you in a different light. They're seeing you as somebody who's now become silent or quiet, that you're not really sharing a whole lot with people, but I think it's because you're going through a lot of endings of things, a lot of ends of cycles. So which means the Ten of Swords is here, which means the Ace of Swords is going to appear. The Ten of Pentacles is here, which means the Ace of Pentacles is about to appear. So I feel like ends of things. Things are ending. Cycles are ending for you, so other cycles can begin. And I feel like those new cycles beginning, you'll notice them because you will feel a little more emotionally stable. We have Hangman, that's Pisces. We have Capricorn here. I feel like people are not going to like these boundaries, especially people who are codependent with you, Pisces. People who depend on you for information, want you to answer questions for them. What do I do now, Pisces? People who I feel that you would usually give your energy to them freely, because that's what the High Priestess does, right? I feel like these are people that you need to put boundaries up with, because I feel like right now you don't really have a whole lot of energy to spare, I want to say. We do have the Two of Pentacles. Yeah, it does feel like you're in a place of flux, back and forth with a lot of things. There we go. It's an upgrade that's coming here to the Empress. So for some of you, feminine or masculine, I feel like this upgrade is taking you to a place of being the Empress, right? All of the queens, and it is wisdom. And I feel it's because you've been doing a lot of healing, a lot of inward work, Pisces, that you are leveling up to this Empress energy here. The Two of Pentacles tells me that you're struggling with a lot of things. Some of you might be struggling financially. Some of you might be struggling with your emotions. Some of you might be struggling with the endings of things, people betraying you. It's almost as if, you have a greater clarity now with the star here. You have greater clarity about what it means to be the Empress. And it doesn't mean depleting yourself and pouring yourself into everybody all the time. It means that sometimes you've got to hold back for yourself, right? We've got the Five of Wands. You can't let people badger you into giving them your energy. I feel like it's really important for me to tell you to raise your boundaries here. Get them a little tighter, because it feels like you're fighting yourself. Oh, I really want to help them, but I don't have the energy. And I think some of these people are going to get frustrated with you, and they're just going to leave. But I mean, we got to let them be who they're going to be. They're going to leave, they're going to leave. We got the Four of Pentacles for the outcome. We've got the Three of Pentacles. And we've got the Sun energy here. So I think that the people who really know you, the friends, the Three of Pentacles, the colleagues, the friends, the people at work, the people who spend the most time with you, the people who really understand you and know you, they understand that you are the Sun. You are happiness, you are kindness, you are growth. You are somebody who's usually very truthful, and you don't hide anything. I feel like the people who truly know you, the Three of Pentacles people, I feel like they do understand that you are somebody who is always willing to help, but there are going to be times when you just have to stop. You just have to rein it in. The Four of Pentacles is here. So the Four of Pentacles tells me shut off, shut down, not being vulnerable. The Three of Pentacles tells me that your friends know why. The people that really mean something to you, I feel like they all know why. And it might be because right now justice is in the reverse. You're going through changes. You're feeling like, people are leaving my life just because I won't replenish them when they're empty. But if you keep replenishing them when they're empty, you're going to get empty as well. So I feel like it's energetic that we're talking about, though, because we do have the High Priestess here. I also feel like the High Priestess is kind of magic. Like, she kind of knows what's coming up. She's very quiet. She listens to the self. She's listening to Source, right? This is someone who is in very close connection with Source. Part of this Empress energy here as well. I feel like right now you're in an energy where you feel like you're not really getting any justice here. No justice in love. You feel like the wounded warrior. You're feeling exhausted. Feeling like you just need to have a little bit more in the tank to push yourself over the finish line here. We do have the Page of Pentacles, we have the Six of Swords, and we have the Ten of Wands. So I really do feel like this is telling me that you're purging, that you're letting things go, you're moving on from some things, Six of Swords, and that you are purging, Ten of Pentacles, and it's going to come to a place of new beginnings. I feel like this is a cycle that you're going through, so hang in there, my friend. We do have the Emperor here. Emperor's in the future. Why? Oh, I feel like you might get a visit from the Emperor. I'm just saying. It feels like there's an opportunity coming from an Emperor. Now, the Emperor could be a person at work. It could be your boss. It could be somebody that is romantically connected to you. It could be a father. It could be a mother. It could be somebody who you see as a higher rank, or somebody who is in charge of the empire, somebody who is a business owner. It feels like there's an opportunity, possibly a money or business opportunity that's been traveling to you really, really slowly here. We do have the Seven of Pentacles here. And it feels like something has been growing in the background that you don't know about, that's going to make you very happy and very financially well off. So this Emperor is somebody who's bringing a financial opportunity to you. You might be getting a message from this person soon. The Page of Wands. This person is somebody that you know. You've known them for a really long time, and now that they've become an Emperor, I think that they want to share the wealth. Because Strength in the reverse tells me you're going to have inner strength because there is big change afoot. We do have the Wheel of Fortune here, and we do have the Judgment card. You're going to be forced to make some sort of a decision that causes a whole pile of change, and I think that's why you're going through all of this right now. You're going through all the preliminary letting go of things, end of cycles, purging your energy. Friends understand, but some people are going to leave. I feel like you feel a little stuck, but you're not really. People are going to be upset about your boundaries, but I think you just need to do what you're going to do. I feel like there's a really big opportunity coming at you, though, that's going to give you some sort of an influx of money or energy or friendship or something like that. I'm going to leave that right there. Thank you, Pisces, for being here and watching. I do appreciate you. Let me just give you some energies before I get you on your way here. We do have Aquarius energy, Libra, and Taurus. We have Cancer energy here. We do have Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, Libra, Leo, Capricorn energy, and Piscean energy twice, along with the Emperor, who is Aries. I'm going to leave it right here. Thank you so much for being here. I do appreciate you. I'm going to go for now, but I'll be back because I'm always back. I hope you're having the most wonderful Tuesday. Thank you all. Bye-bye.